Couldn't hear what you were
I'm
saying.
a man in the house. They ain't never get me in trouble.
No, you're not. You sat middle seat on the way to Lisbon. Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
This is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports and Update brought to you by Madison Axe. Enjoy axe throwing, craft beers, bags, shuffleboard, and more fun at Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Visit MadisonAxe.com or head to the location on Stoughton Road today. The Milwaukee Brewers tied their best record in franchise history with their 96th win on the year last night, taking on the San Diego Padres 3-1. Brewers have the day off as they've already secured the division crown and a bye for the first round of the playoffs. And as of today's standings, the Brewers will host either the Cubs or the Padres in the NLDS. Their magic number to secure the 1 seed in the NL playoffs is 1. They either need to win one more game or the Phillies need to lose one more game. The Phillies, by the way, playing the Marlins at 5:05 p.m. today. Make sure to tune into that one. Keep an eye on that for the Brew Crew. Then they'll be back at it tomorrow as they take on the Reds, hosting them for the final series at AmFam Field this season. Then earlier today, Adam Rittenberg joined the Jump Around to talk about the Badgers and the state of the program after Luke Fickell fell to 2-2 on the season. Them asking Adam Rittenberg, is the head coaching job at Wisconsin still an attractive job?
For the history that Barry has created there. And I think a lot of coaches are going to look at that as a place, man, I just need to get this thing back to its
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You got to keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special. Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
Is Beaver Dam like the ultimate place to do silly names at? Like, I feel like there's no other place that I know of where they do such goofy names, like the Golden Beavers, the
Thirsty Beaver Dam Bar,
Beaver Cleaners.
Beaver Cleaners is a dry clean. I went to the Dam Bar, the Thirsty Beaver. I'm sure I brought
Beaver
things
Cleaners?
to the. I'm sure I went to the Beaver Cleaners.
Yeah,
get some dry cleaning done.
Every grown man has to at some point.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light at the Mountains of Blue. You know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio. No Matt Hamilton. He's in Canada, He'll be back on Tuesday. It's just me and Molly in the Everlight Solar Studio. Primetime Wollersheim behind the glass. Get into the show. 844-770-3776. It's Karma Stock and Text line. This is more. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream as well. What about Beaver Plumbing, Ryan? As I drove around
That's not real.
Beaver Dam.
It's real.
What?
They sell pumpkins.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on.
They, good God, can we not?
That's fantastic.
I hate it.
Can I say a little bit? Could work as like a witch cackle or
That's
a
what I
Halloween.
was just going to say. You bringing up pumpkins, it brought me back to
Happy Halloween.
the Halloween vibes.
I'll get you, my pretty.
You're going to hear some commercials from Metro Kia of Madison during October, and it's going to be talking about like the witching hour and the witching good deals.
Spooky season at Metro Kia of Madison.
Oi. Metro Kia of Madison, oi.
No, Beaver Plumbing. It's a real thing. You plumb your beaver.
Or the beavers plumb for you. That's what I was thinking. In my mind, that's where I was going.
That's wrong.
So after the show yesterday, I went downtown Beaver Dam. Had a nice sandwich. Whatever, they're nice people.
I think they're a partner.
Yeah, Great Harvest. Had a nice sandwich at Great Harvest downtown Beaver Dam. Delicious. Walked around the downtown area and then got a little lost on my way out. I was like, I lived there.
You got lost
15
in Beaver
years.
Dam?
Not really. I just didn't. And I ended up where I wasn't expecting. But I was like, wait, I know this road. I used to live off of it. So then I drove down the road. Forgot I lived very close to a walking distance to a adult store. I forgot about that.
Great. I'm just kidding.
When I lived in Beaver Dam. And then I made the right turn right in front of the adult store and right into Beaver Plumbing. That was right there. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
You talk about creative names in Beaver Dam. The adult store in Beaver Dam.
It's not called that.
No, but they gotta have a lot of
You'd
options.
think they'd have a good name, but they do not. It's very
Really?
generic.
That's so disappointing.
Yeah. You could go with Beaver Cleaners. You could go with Beaver Plumbing. You could go with so many.
If you guys had to have if you guys had a company in Beaver Dam, what would you call it? What would your company be?
Okay, well, what is my company? Like, what's
know.
my business?
I don't know. What business? If you were an entrepreneur, what business would you want to open?
That's a really good question that I've never thought about in my life, I think.
I think you could do it with like anything except for food because you can't just say like beaver sandwiches. That's gross.
Beaver patties?
I don't think anyone's eating that.
Beaver
Is that legal?
pizza?
Can you eat beaver?
Probably not.
Yeah, it's edible and it's
I
legal.
mean, everything is edible, but like
Not everything, Molly.
I've had a buffalo burger.
Buffalo burgers are good.
They're all right.
Bison burgers, yeah.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, those are solid.
You had a bison burger before?
no.
No.
It's supposed to be like leaner beef. Is essentially what it is.
Okay.
So it's beef that doesn't taste quite as good as beef.
Gotcha. I'm just trying to think of like different, like, okay, if I gave you a category, you'd come up with something. Okay, so say, what's a company? Like a gym.
There we go.
What would your gym be
I
called?
love ice cream,
Okay.
and I love puns. So I'm going to go with the Dam Beaver Creamery.
Gross.
The Damn Beaver Creamery.
Or I could just go with Beaver Creamery, but like an ice cream place.
Okay.
That's what I love ice cream.
How about Beaver Creamers?
There you go. That's the name of our ice cream store. Are we opening up an ice cream store in Beaver Dam?
That is disgusting. Beaver creamer?
Is it custard or is it ice cream if we're opening up said?
Is it connected to beaver cleaners? Like, gross.
You go there after.
It's one of those where, you know, like you go to like a pizza joint and then they have like never mind, I have that backwards. You ever go to like a movie store, like a DVD store back in the day, and then they would have like pizzas that they would sell out of the side?
They have that.
Beaver Dam still has it.
Yep.
No, I did see that family video.
It's not there anymore?
It looked empty.
Oh.
Oh, that's
But yeah, I know
disappointing.
exactly what you're saying. It's literally the pizza place connected to it.
So that's what it would be. That's what it would be at Beaver Cleaners. They would have Beaver Creamers
Right next door?
attached inside.
But if you're gonna do the combo, if you were like, I think Beaver Cleaners is a dry cleaner, but if it was a washer and dryer place, honestly, Beaver Creamers next to Beaver Cleaners would be great because you could just go and get some ice cream while you're doing your laundry.
That's true. That is a good call.
Adam the Madison, Molly, I guess I'll let you know this. I'll let you decide this one. The Adam Madison wants to know, does Beaver Creamers sell wieners as well, like Chicago-style wieners?
It should.
There we go. Oh, Beaver Creamers and wieners.
Beaver's Cream.
Beaver wieners.
Well, I think Beaver, because we want to sell ice cream. I like ice cream. You like wieners. Like, it'll be perfect. Beaver Creamer wieners. But, no, I'm sorry. Beaver Creamers and wieners. Right?
Yeah. Right, of course.
We're going to
Ice
have
cream?
a lot of business at this place, let me
Ice
tell
cream
you.
and hot dogs.
Ice cream and hot dogs?
And Chicago dogs,
That-
not just hot dogs.
Yeah, Chicago dogs.
Those two have never gone together in my mind once.
Really?
Ice cream and hot dogs?
Eh.
No.
It's gone together in my toddler's mind, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Every night.
Yeah.
Hot dog and ice cream. He would love it. All we got to do is add like a playground at it.
There we go.
Beaver
Okay.
playground.
There you go. Beaver themed. Like, you got, like, you could come up with, like, what's the mascot's a beaver, right?
A golden beaver.
Right. So a golden beaver could, like, Bucky the golden beaver. What's the golden beaver's name? Probably something with a B,
Don't
right?
know.
Is it Goldie? Probably. It would
Goldie?
be. If they're the Golden Beavers, you'd think the
You're like a
mascot's
slide,
Goldie.
little beaver guy there. Yeah.
Oh, I'll do some research and see what I can find.
I mean, we have people
Careful.
in Beaver Dam who we could probably reach out to who would answer very quickly. Probably quicker than even
Is the
Google.
queen of Beaver Dam Laney in the office? She probably answers this question.
Yeah, she can ask. She can answer. I'm sure she knows the answer.
The Queen of the Dam Bar.
Yes.
True.
She can tell us if Here, Andy in Middleton chimes in. Can't wait for the show to be hosted in front of whatever Beaver Dam company wins the poll to host from. Well, I think we just opened up our own company.
Yeah, we did.
What was it?
Beaver creamers and wieners.
Well, of course, we'll serve Coors Light there, too.
Always. Come on.
Beer, ice cream, and Chicago dogs.
But there you
In
go.
the
Like,
beef.
but that's the mix. The
dry cleaning.
The adults can have a Coors Light and a Chicago dog, and the kids can have some ice cream.
Perfect. And everybody can have wieners.
Yeah. Wieners all around. Sadler in Madison says he would get a hot dog banana split.
Ew.
That'd be a wiener split,
that
not a
sounds
hot dog banana
despicable.
split. Because
That sounds
a
truly
banana
despicable.
split, I would not eat it. But a banana split is a banana cut in half and then ice cream around it.
Yes.
Way overrated. I remember all excited one time when I was a kid, like, get a banana split, and I got it. I'm like, this sucks.
Just
like,
bananas are just too potent.
yeah, and like, yeah, it was not at all. I built up in my head like it was going to be really delicious,
get
and
it.
I was so disappointed.
According to ChatGPT, the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers mascot is named Benny the Beaver, formerly Benjamin Beaver. So you're right, it is a bee. We'll confirm that. Shout out Barry.
Shout out.
A lot of bees.
All right.
A lot of bees.
Now that we've got that
It's
established.
utterly preposterous that I've even heard that.
Chime in with your beaver business.
Yeah, your beaver business name.
Keep it clean.
Luke
Keep it clean,
Fickle
kids.
is
don't
on our
have to.
television right
It's our
now,
show.
doing the Matt LePay Badger Sports Report show.
He looks a little gray. I
Like
think I
it-
would be too.
He's wearing a gray sweatshirt.
No. I'm sorry. I mean his hair. Like, I think he's getting, like how, like, the presidents
Yes.
typically, like, by the time that they're done, they're just full white. That's like that's what his hair is going to be by the end of this year.
Yes.
After they don't win any more games this season. Right,
Yeah.
Ryan?
Go boo in a bar.
Barack Obama might have been the best.
Yes.
Like, because you see how young and youthful he looked, and then he looks great now, but still
You're
looks
just like,
way
whoa,
older. A
this
lot of
aged
gray
you.
hair. Yeah. I would imagine being the leader of the free world would age you. Anyways. We're all getting aged right now. Do the Packers with Jordan Love. We talked about it yesterday. And Dan Orlovsky had some good stuff on Jordan Love, and I want to get to in a minute. But Molly, you and I were talking about Jason Wilde. We're talking with Jason Wilde about LaFleur, and you're upset with the constant babying of the kid gloves that the Packers treat Jordan Love with. Is that right?
Yep, exactly.
Nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nothing else?
I got distracted by
You did. Read it. You got distracted. You got to read it.
The Adam in Madison says Beaver Lube changing oil since 1969.
69. I like that number.
All right, I'm going to put a pause on the Packer talk for a second here.
Why, of course. I mean,
Very
how do you
hard
put a
pivot.
pause on something that never actually began?
Wait,
Well, I tried to.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by
Can I ask another
Beaver
We're
Lube.
relapsing into the beaver conversation.
Yes, we are.
Jim skipped one, but I think he skipped it for a reason, so I'm
Good.
not saying
I
it either.
appreciate
What one did I
that.
skip?
From Tyler and Sun Prairie.
Yes, I did skip that one on purpose. Anyways, the other question I had here, I had written this down because I saw this before the show started. Sean Alexander and his wife, former running back for the Seattle Seahawks, mostly or his whole career, they have 14 children.
What?
Yeah, they just celebrated the birth of their 14th child.
How old is he?
What?
Do we know?
He was an MVP in 2005, I
I'm Googling
believe.
him.
So I'd imagine he's probably
He's
in his
48.
mid-40s. Okay. Upper 40s.
How many kids is too many kids?
14.
It's a number lower than 14, though, right?
5. Well, okay,
Yeah,
actually, I should say,
Molly,
I should
very
say
specific
6.
number there. So
Yes.
you should say 6?
Yeah,
what
because
you said?
then I don't feel as like mean about my own
Oh,
kids.
I thought you say like, well, just in case.
Yeah, no. We clarified. Nope. The show needs me too much. I can't get pregnant. 5 is a lot of kids. I currently have 5. That's
Okay.
a lot. You're outnumbered by a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, at least for us, like the older ones are old enough to be like self-sufficient for the most part. But like, I mean, I feel like I've encountered people that have like very young kids that are, when they're like, oh, I have 3 under 3 or whatever, which we're in that boat too right now. It's a lot. So
I don't know how to
14,
keep your head above water, yeah.
like 14, you have to have a nanny for every single kid, right? Like, there's no way that it's just you and your spouse handling 14 kids.
Well, the older kids have to. It's cheaper by the dozen style, right? That was the Steve Martin.
That was a great movie.
I watched that recently, and I was just like, I can relate on so
Steve
many levels to this.
Molly's seeing that movie in a whole nother light nowadays.
Legit, it's so funny to watch it now that I have so many kids that I'm just like, I get it.
Steve Martin and Bonnie Hunt. Was that who that is?
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've seen it.
I think her name is Bonnie.
That's Ed.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Yeah.
I almost said Queen Latifah because he was in a movie with Queen Latifah too.
Steve Martin was?
Yes, he was in what is it?
I don't know. I don't know if I've even seen it. I just remember thinking
it's a good movie.
Interesting combo. It is very well thought of.
Interesting. So we were talking about Sean Alexander.
Bringing Down the House. That's what it's called. I was going to say Burning Down the House.
And what is it?
Down
What is the premise of that?
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember.
Okay. So 14 kids is 3 times too many? Is that what we're saying?
At least.
At least. Okay.
14.
So then in that case, you think 4 is too many?
I think.
You're outnumbered. Once you hit 3, you're outnumbered.
And it's more of like, and I'm not.
3's a good number.
After a certain point, there's a line where then the older kids are parenting the younger kids, like in Cheaper by the Dozen.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like, how many, like, how involved are you as a parent?
I believe my dad has 7 brothers and sisters.
Good God.
Which, yeah, it's a lot.
I would imagine he is closer, which is not a bad thing, but he is closer and maybe even felt more raised by some of his older siblings than his parents.
For sure. Yeah.
And especially at 14, for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure my Uncle Bob, my Uncle Jerry did a lot of, there are a lot of formative years there for my dad that they're probably directly responsible for, if I had to guess.
Which isn't necessarily bad because now you have that extra strong, but it's in a different kind, like my brother and I'm 3.5 years older than him. It's not a parental relationship that we have. It is a brother relationship.
Yeah, same for me and my brother, yeah.
Yeah. So, but at some point it could be, it would be different.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. I'm just reading this article about his kids that he has. So
I thought you were reading an article about bringing down the house. with
No,
Steve Martin and Queen Latifah.
no. I can do that if you want me to.
No.
He has 13 kids, 10 daughters, and 3 sons. Then it lists all of their names. That's another thing.
Oh no!
I was actually thinking about you. I think it was either this morning or last night.
All right,
not
perfect.
in a weird way,
Yeah, sure.
but it's because I literally called one of our kids 4 different names until I got the right name. Because it was just like da da da.
So
Like I couldn't remember.
Old man Rutledge here.
No, and I was just curious because I'm like, 2 kids seems so easy.
I've called my kids the dog's name.
See, exactly.
Yes.
And that's the point that I'm at too, where like I call my son Minnie, like, and I'm like, what? Your name isn't Minnie. You
Yeah.
know, like, so I just can't imagine having this many kids. Like, you have an entire classroom of names that you're going like down the list of to name one kid. I can't imagine. I mean, good for him, but
That is an interesting way to look at it. An entire classroom of kids. That's what you are.
it is what a classroom is typically like 25 kids, probably less nowadays.
Yeah, I'd say nowadays it's probably more a dozen, around 15. Yeah, that's wow.
I just can't imagine how much it costs, too.
George Foreman had 12 kids.
And they're all named like George,
Yeah, I
Georgina,
think-
Georgie.
I want to say there's like a George the Third in there, and that's like his second George son.
Like, what do you, I mean, actually, he might be smart in that sense because then if you say George, then like all 3 might come around.
I remember
say
being
your
upset as a
odds are
kid.
good.
They'd be like, Jim, Bill, whatever your name is. Now I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
There's at least 4 George Foremans.
His
Including senior or 4 sons of George Foreman who are George Foreman.
I guess senior would be, so there's George Foreman the 4th. So how does that work?
Okay, so then there's 4 of them, including George Foreman Sr.,
Then there's
the boxer
Georgetta.
himself.
Then there's Georgetta. And then the other ones are Mishi, Frida, Natalia, Leola, Isabel.
So many.
Well, he
Molly-
has 2 adopted daughters, Isabel and Courtney.
Molly, how old were you when you realized that George Foreman was a boxer, not just a guy who made grills?
Probably like 3 years ago.
Right now.
Wait, what? Did he actually make?
Greg
He's
Norman,
the same person that made the
golfer.
grills, though, right?
It was his business.
Greg Norman, he sells golf gear, but he used to golf.
I thought you were going to say Arnold Palmer.
Golfer.
That's another one, yeah. But I mean, George Foreman.
I had an Arnold Palmer today, right? That's just
Half
lemonade,
lemonade,
iced tea.
half iced tea.
Doesn't there have to be alcohol in an
No.
Arnold
No.
Palmer?
Absolutely
Oh, no?
not.
Okay.
You can literally get cans of it from
You're
the grocery
right.
store.
You're right. You're right.
It was
Good
technically
point.
green tea, but in lemonade, but still.
What were you saying, Ryan?
Okay, that's like a hipster Arnold Palmer. I was just saying like it's
Fat Bernie Arnold
I
Palmer.
believe it was George Foreman. Just he started his own line of grills. I don't think he like invented the grills or was like
No, they never invent these things.
No,
like, it's brought to
exactly.
them, and you're like, I'll put my name on it.
yeah.
I always think of
a Molly Brown grill.
No,
The-
Molly. We
Pretty
already
sweet.
no Molly. For you, it's the Beaver Creamers. Come on, we already
Yes.
discussed
Yeah,
this.
but you need a grill to cook your hot dog on, to char it.
So in The Office, Michael Scott, I remember he burned his foot because he
on a George Foreman
grill because he was trying to like make breakfast in bed with his George Foreman grill and burn his foot.
Why would you burn your foot?
Because he had it at the foot of his bed or something like that.
Yeah,
he's an idiot.
He wakes up and he like turns it on with his toe or something stupid.
Yeah.
It's a dumb show.
George Foreman is like actually elite though when you're young and all you want to do is just like throw some frozen patties on it.
It is. It was how I first learned how to cook for myself.
Yeah.
Well, that and they I don't think they make. I mean, they probably still do, but the pizza spinning things were very popular.
Oh yeah.
No, they still make those. Yep.
Wait,
Pizzazz.
George Foreman brand?
No,
Pizzazz
they're Pizzazz.
was the
Oh yeah, Pizzazz.
My parents still. I think they might still have one.
I was at my parents'
We don't use
house
it anymore.
2 weekends ago, and we had pizza on Saturday night on a Pizza Pizzazz.
I threw ours away from a while. Like we had one like a few years ago, and I threw it away because I was just like, this thing is just like bulky and takes up space.
Yep.
And then now I'm like, I wish I still had it.
It's so.
I tried to
useful.
take my parents one. My wife's like, I don't want this in the house. Because it does just take up space, and like we have an oven, and
It's
can make
awkward.
delicious pizza.
It is.
So it was kind of one of those things like, wait, why the hell do we have this?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you just put it in the oven?
Exactly.
You're being too sensible. You're being too sensible, Jim.
Or like a like basically a George Foreman for like grilled cheese.
Oh yeah,
that's always good too.
A panini maker? Yeah.
Nah, well, panini maker's a bit too bougie, but yeah.
That's what that is. The
Yes.
grilled cheese maker is a panini
Essentially.
maker. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Packer fans want the ultimate Lambeau VIP experience. Jim, Matt, and Molly are teaming up with Miller Lite to hook you up. Every Miller Lite purchase gets you an entry to win 2 tickets to the December 7th Packers game with us. That's right, Jim, Matt, and Molly. The crew is giving you a VIP experience with exclusive access to the Tundra Trio pregame party. You and guests could be living it up at Lambeau, Miller Lite style. All you have to do is head to any of the following locations to get yourself some Miller Lite. Paoli's Pub, Pooley's, Pin Seekers, and Missouri Tavern. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
It's not like
That'd be fun.
Like not like a compound, not even like one big, like a compound where everyone's got their own house, you got your own thing.
Sounded a little creepy.
Yeah,
a
it's
little
getting a
culty
little
there.
weird.
But
You have to wear the white robe that's provided for you on the bed.
Actually, what I'm saying is, who's coming with me?
If
So
it's
I
on Jim's
definitely-
dime, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I'll wear the white robe. I got it.
On 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
I wasn't sure if college was right for me. I worried that it would be too stressful or rigid, but I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, the atmosphere is relaxed, and the instructors are friendly and collaborative. It's such a cohesive environment. My advice to others, take a deep breath and go for it. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison. Plus, to celebrate our love for dive bars, we'll be giving away a case of Miller High Life to one lucky fan every Thursday. Live the high life with Jim, Matt, and Molly and enjoy the champagne of beer in its natural environment. Like Utica Bar, Paoli Pub and Grill, the pub at Pleasant Springs, and the Nitty Gritty in Sun Prairie.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde here to let you know Steinhafels is celebrating 91 years as Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader. So join Tausch, Jesse, and me as we broadcast from Steinhafels off the Beltline on the west side of Madison this Friday. Stop by and take a quick test rest on a mattress in store, and Steinhafels will donate $20 to Special Spaces Wisconsin, and you'll receive a $20 restaurant gift card. Wilde and Tausch live at Steinhafels this Friday. Relax, it's Steinhafels.
The people have spoken, and the results are undeniable. Ridgetop Exteriors delivers. We swept the People's Choice Awards: Best Roofing, Best Siding, Best Windows, and Best Overall Home Improvement Company. That's not just winning, that's setting the standard with expert craftsmanship, top materials, and service that keeps homeowners coming back. 4 categories, 4 wins, 1 name. Ridgetop Exteriors, your only choice for home exteriors. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and experience the difference today.
Ridgetop Exteriors. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
I've been telling you guys how I love my results from Carbon World Health. As I've gotten a couple hydrofacials done, my skin is absolutely glowing. Their brand new state-of-the-art location in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center is just beautiful. They have everything you can imagine at their new med spa. They've got laser treatments, injectables, body contouring, vitamin drips, so much more. Head over to carbonworldhealth.com to learn more and get started on your health and wellness journey.
She's Molly Brown. I am Jim Rutledge. We're in the Everlight Solar Studio. We are presented by Coors Light. Primetime more shine behind the glass. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carbs Talk text line. List is more. Stream us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Dan Orlovsky had some interesting things to say about Jordan Love on Unsportsmanlike. In fact, Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike joins us next segment here. But let's hear Dan Orlovsky from Unsportsmanlike on Jordan Love.
Jordan's interception last week was just immaturity. It was ignorance. It was dumb. It wasn't reckless because we've seen like the fadeaway one against the Rams. That's reckless. That pick six of last year. Last week was like, dude, what the heck? Do you remember the Josh Allen first game of the year 2 years ago when Aaron Rodgers got hurt and they lost to the Jets? Mm-hmm. And I remember watching the game and just being like, Josh, grow up. You like someone in your building needs you to tell you to grow up. And I felt that same way about that interception last week by Jordan Love. Grow up, Jordan.
Grow up, which leads to our Siding Limited poll question, especially after we talked on Monday how Matt LaFleur seems to go out of his way to infantilize Jordan Love. And the question we want to ask here is, do the Packers treat Jordan Love with kids' gloves?
Yeah, they do. I mean, we asked Jason about it when he joined us on Tuesday this week. You asked him, I almost said the Badgers. Do the Packers? God, I almost said the Brewers then. Do the Packers and Matt LaFleur infantilize Jordan Love? Because they do. They literally do every single thing in their power to be able to protect Jordan Love and just not. I don't know if it's not holding him accountable, but just not placing the blame on him, which is part of my frustration with Matt LaFleur.
Why do you think they do that?
Grow up, Jordan.
Because I've said it before, but Brian Gutekunst blew up the entire organization to bring Jordan Love in, so he has to do everything within his power, and Matt LaFleur does too, in order to protect him. Like, Brian Gutekunst has done more things for Jordan Love than he ever did for Aaron Rodgers. He's brought in more weapons, more people for Jordan Love to be successful than he ever did for Aaron Rodgers. There's a reason Aaron Rodgers was upset with Brian Gutekunst as a GM and the Packers as a franchise.
844-770-3776. It's Carbos Talking text line. List is more. Do the Packers treat Jordan Love with kid gloves? We also had someone chime in. Ben in Madison, he loves your break screen graphic that you created, Ryan, which is the Simpsons meme of Badger football fans looking at the start of the season. This is the worst day of my life. And then it's Homer Simpson hopping in with the rest of the schedule saying this is the worst day of your life so far.
Go boo in a bar.
That is the state of Badger football, which we will also talk about with Evan Cohen when he comes up next. But, Ryan, do you think the Packers treat Jordan Love with kid gloves?
As weird as it sounds, I wouldn't say they treat him with kid gloves, but they treat him like with adolescent gloves. I truly think that they treat him like, because the way they use him in the offense, like they want to lean into like his strengths and his like throwing power, his accuracy. Like they don't treat him like, hey, dink and dunk, only take the safe passes. We want to make sure you stay like on the tracks. Maybe they should do more of that, to be honest. But the way the offense works is that they want the big explosives. They want Jordan Love, who averages 10 throws of 10-plus air yards per game, right? That was the thing that stuck out in that Browns game. He only had one pass like that in the game. And when he's not doing that, he's not super effective. So it's weird to say that it's kid gloves because they're having and asking him to do things that are like big boy throws, but they're only like, they're trying to keep him kind of confined to that more than anything. They don't want him to really like branch out and be the improvising playmaker like the Mahomeses, the Josh Allens, those guys.
But they also kind of like had the training wheels on him when he first started, and look how bad he was. And then halfway through the season, it was like Matt LaFleur flipped a switch and was like, okay, I have to let him just be him. And then what happened? He had 8 games straight that he was actually really good. And before that, when he had the training wheels, it was like, oh, God, he's not what we thought he was going to be.
Yeah, but the training wheels to me are more of Josh Jacobs and a really good offensive line.
That's training wheels, or that's a good support system?
That's a good support system.
Well,
that's not training wheels.
It goes to this, though, and Christian Madison Water chimes in. Jimbo, you know I'm a Packer fan, but I never can say I think Jordan Love will ever be the best player in the Packers because I believe he's emotionally soft. So
emotionally soft?
Okay.
If anything, I feel like Aaron Rodgers was more emotionally soft.
I would say
maybe off the field. On the field, Aaron.
Aaron would get so salty, and he would throw those looks at the sideline. Yeah, that exactly.
But
I agree.
Well, that's
when you
one way
take
to look
things too personally, like, and that's exactly what he always did.
Okay.
He was always playing very butthurt all the time.
Yeah,
and that's acting like a moody teenager. That's what Aaron Rodgers did. I think Love acts fairly grown up, but like maybe more in like
laissez-faire. Like Jordan Love. Yeah, like
he seems like he's very go with the flow. Nothing bothers. Well, not necessarily that nothing bothers him, because I feel like he panics when things start to get to him.
He gets heated up.
But he doesn't, he's not like emotional on the field and saying like, let's go, or even anything like that.
So to the panic thing.
That's my guy right there.
And this goes back to where does Jordan Love slot as a QB? You're defining him as a quarterback, which I think he is. One you can win with, not because of.
Mm-hmm.
He needs, and this is most quarterbacks, but in year 6, if you still need a clean pocket and premier weapons and a great play caller and everything has to be perfect for you to be the most successful, that makes you Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, that level of QB.
But then do you think that those quarterbacks are treated with kid gloves? Do you think the Lions treat Jared Goff with kid gloves?
No. The way the Packers talk about Jordan Love in year 6, I shouldn't have called that play. That sounds like you're talking about Drake May.
That's fair.
That's the kid glove part of it.
I think they treat him like, so off the field you think they treat him with kid gloves, but on the field, do you think they still treat him with kid gloves on the field?
Well, they called a play. I guess they haven't, but if Matt LaFleur stops calling that play, they are treating him with kid gloves.
That's a good point.
But I think they're building their roster as someone he is someone that, which is the majority of quarterbacks. We're talking like 3 guys. What, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen right now are the only, because Burrow's hurt, and the only 3 guys that don't need
the 2 quarterbacks in L.A. look like, there's one who has been that guy for a long time in Stafford, and then another one who looks like he could be elevating that tier with Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Herbert's a guy, but I don't know their teams as well. I'm saying teams, it doesn't matter what's around them.
When you say it doesn't matter what's, like, you're saying they can just do it with anyone.
Yeah, like Josh, Patrick, and Lamar are the 3 guys right now I could say. The offensive line can be spotty, the receivers can be iffy. Because Josh has done it with iffy receivers before.
Yeah.
And obviously Mahomes has. I mean, he's got Kelsey, but last year an aging Kelsey was his best offensive weapon. They got the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously Lamar, he's a weapon in of himself.
Yeah.
Stafford is great. Stafford is honestly at this point, the age is the only thing that holds back of like he needs the line. Like Stafford still needs a line. He doesn't need the receivers, but he still needs an offensive line to keep him upright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why, like, there's different, like, but you're right. He could throw to anyone and put it right in the breadbasket.
So going back to the treating with kid gloves question, like, do you think it's better if they start treating him with kid gloves as a quarterback on the field, not just off the field? Not not just protecting him in press conferences, protecting him with play calls?
Elite game manager? Yeah. You could treat him like that.
Do you think most elite game managers are treated with kid gloves? Like, is Brock Purdy an elite game manager?
Yes.
Do you think the 49ers treat him with kid gloves?
I don't watch enough of their games.
Okay.
I'll be fully honest. Jared Goff, I've seen more of. And no, I would say that at least when Ben Johnson was there, they were not.
I would say even that Ravens game. They trusted him on that 4th and 1 play call to hit Amon-Ra St. Brown. That was a big boy throw.
Right.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's the next step for the Packers and Jordan Love. If you're going to take the next step in your relationship, you can go to Chalmers Jewelers, pick up an engagement ring. You also can pick up a wedding band. If you already took that next step, you can pick yourself up a watch for yourself. Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. Madison's custom, Madison family-owned, and Madison's locally owned jeweler. Chalmers Jewelers. We can ask Evan Cohen about the progression of Jordan Love and Barry Alvarez. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
So now they're basically saying you can have an elite defender, like edge rusher and like, quarterback tackler, but without the elite quarterback, it's not enough to.
Quarterback tackler? What is wrong with you?
That's what Micah Parsons is. He's not a run stop guy.
Jordan Love is a ball thrower. What are we saying?
He is. That is facts.
It's word salad.
Oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed.
On 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has zero sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
Every team needs captains and playmakers, and Madison and Dane County Pizza Hut locations are looking for both. They're hiring managers to lead the crew and drivers to deliver big wins and pizzas. Find part-time or full-time roles with flexible hours, plus full benefits for those who work 30 or more hours per week. Whether it's running the huddle or making plays on the road, there's a spot at Pizza Hut for you. Apply today at jobs.pizzahut.com. That's jobs.pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
James Imaging Systems, the best document imaging technology, the best local service, and perhaps best of all, the very best people. People you can count on, people you can trust. That's all important to Amanda Burrian, office manager with Covenant Lutheran Church.
Absolutely. I think that having their reliability, I think just having them as a teammate and a partner.
James Imaging Systems, partnering with local businesses and organizations to help them be more productive and more efficient.
You don't have to worry about the printing, the ink. You don't have to worry about the copier. They take care of all of it.
Saving the church money?
It's definitely a savings.
One last question, Amanda. Would you recommend James to others?
I would definitely recommend James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
This is Martin Sesakir from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
I always appreciate you guys having me on every other week. I also have learned clearly none of you ever listen to our show.
Ow, I just got a toe cramp. Go.
Wait, what? For real?
God, yeah.
Then Evan responds, and then you've started a dialogue now. Instead of just waiting for that immediate pat on the back.
Evan Cohen, who co-hosts Unsportsmanlike right here on ESPN Radio.
From Madison to the Big Apple, it's time for Evan Cohen on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
That is the music of Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, obviously an ESPN Madison alum and a UW Madison alum. Evan, how's your toe?
You said ESPN UW Madison.
No, I said
alum?
ESPN Madison alum, and then I said a UW Madison alum.
I think we'll have to have primetime pull it. I think there's a chance, Jim, you may have said ESPN UW Madison alum the second time, which is amazing.
Oh, did I really?
I guess I'm all of the above.
I could have done that.
Evan, I don't know what happens, but like
terrible toe cramp.
How was your toe?
But yeah, go ahead, Molly.
As soon as you join, Jim just starts like profusely sweating. He turns red. He starts jumbling his words. I don't know what's going on.
It's like Molly around Mount
You know what? No, I think for 20 years with Jim and I, with our relationship, I don't blame him. Anyway, so I did have a terrible toe cramp this week on the air. Was that this week or last week? I don't remember, but it was awful. I think the toe cramp, foot cramp, / like back of your leg cramp, worst cramps. Would you guys agree? Well, physical cramps, I should say. I don't know how to say this properly now.
Keep going. Just keep digging yourself
Now
up.
Evan is sweating and red and nervous.
Yeah, now I am sweating. Muscle cramps.
Actually, Evan, it was Monday because I texted Ryan and I said, "Hey, can you pull this audio?" And he goes,
so bad.
and he says,
so bad,
"In my
Jim.
27 years alive, I've never heard of a toe cramp." And I said, "It's because you've only been alive for 27 years."
Oh, wait a minute! I didn't think about this. You think I'm getting these more and more because I'm old?
Yeah.
Or you need to eat bananas and drink water.
I do. Yeah. Oh boy, Jim.
All the above.
Took a twist. This took a turn. Yeah, this one hurts. This one hurts, Jim.
As much as your toe cramp, or?
Sorry, my phone just went into. I'm at a car place right now. My phone just went into Bluetooth. So
now
I
you
apologize.
sound extra old.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Well, what do you want me to do?
I just got a toe cramp. Go.
Wait, what? For real?
We had we made some news, Evan. I'm not sure if you're aware of it. The Barry Alvarez
Oh,
show.
I'm aware. I watched and listened to the whole thing on Monday night.
With the great Jesse Nelson out at Risk Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. Derek Engler on the show. Obviously, lots of content from it. And I want to get your reactions to some of the things I talked to Adam Rittenberg about with earlier today on the Jumper on our Badger Dedicated show. But I want initially your reaction to Barry Alvarez. We'll play it one more time, and you can watch it on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream talking about Badger fans.
Coach, what do you make of how fans have reacted here
I think it's embarrassing. I think it's terrible, despicable. They're spoiled rotten. Here's a team that you got young players trying to come on. They're competing. They're going to have a chance to get better, and you flip on them. They're early in the season, and you flip on them, and you're chanting for the coach. What do you think that makes? How do you think that makes the players feel?
Exactly.
And
that's a great point, Coach.
That's disrespectful. It's not loyal. You're not a fan. If I'm a person sitting next to me, boom, I tell him, get your ass out of here. We don't need you in here. You don't want to watch this? Go someplace else. Go boo in a bar. That really upsets me. Go boo in a bar.
And that was Barry Alvarez's initial reaction. He did, just full disclosure, talk to the Wisconsin State Journal after Sydney Alvarez's wife kind of gave him the news that he went viral. He walked back the sharpness of what he said, but still kind of maintained the same idea about Badger fans. Evan, I'll give you the floor.
Yeah, so let's start with this.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, Molly, I think that the University of Wisconsin, my school that I love, the football program that I love, the athletic department that I love, should be sending thank you cards, flowers, meals, whatever, to Jesse Nelson, Tarek Saleh, and Derek Engler this week.
Amen.
Because you tell me what everyone is talking about this week. Are we talking about the start to the football season? No. Are we talking about the on-field product? Nope. Are we talking about Coach Fickle? Nope. Are we talking about Chris McIntosh? Nope. All we're talking about are the comments that Barry Alvarez made about the fans that exist because he created this amazing program. And so if you're sitting there at the athletic program right now and you are worried about the direction of the football program for the, 40th year in a row, you should say thank you to Barry Alvarez. You should say thank you to ESPN Madison. And you should say thank you to Jesse and Tarek and Derek and Jim and Matt and Molly and Primetime and Riley and Corey and Ashton and everybody involved, Pablo and everybody. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. But that's what should be happening right now. Because what you guys did this week and that show did this week was distract everyone from the real problems that are going on. And should Barry have said it? Well, it's Barry Alvarez. He's allowed to say whatever the hell he wants. And how I interpret that, Jim, I don't think I should ever say something like that. I don't think the two of you should ever say something like that. I think it would be really dumb for Jim, Matt, and Molly to come on the air and say, well, the Jim, Matt, and Molly fans are really spoiled rotten. Well, guess what? None of us have accomplished what that man has accomplished. None of us have ever built something from scratch like that man did. And so if anyone has a right to attack the customers, it's him. Now, that said, do you ever want to attack the customer? No, of course not. But the way I look at it, and I know I'm rambling, but just to finish off the thought, the way I look at it is Barry Alvarez hears those boos, hears the fire Fickle, and he hears that as them mad at him because that's his baby that he created. Mm-hmm. They're not mad at him. They're just mad at not him.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you brought up.
There you go.
I'm glad that you brought up the effect of Barry Alvarez because, we were discussing as a show, like, is this the most disappointing time/season in Wisconsin football program history since Barry took over?
So in season, maybe, Molly, I can't ignore the feeling I had when I saw the report, whoever reported it first. I don't remember at the time. It may have been Joe Shad when he was covering college football back in the day. It was now at the Palm Beach Post, covering the Dolphins. That he was covering for ESPN. The day that Bielema just left, that felt like the lowest point for me. Because the University of Wisconsin is not a place you leave. Sure, I don't live in Madison anymore, but I didn't leave UW-Madison, right? Like, I didn't leave the university. So for me, if I'm going to say the low point, it's when he walked away, and now retroactively, this is since Barry, obviously, but retroactively, forget the Illinois-Indiana game for a second. Retroactively, what you realize is it hurts more now because of the fact he's obviously the right guy to take over for Barry. Barry got it right. Barry thought Bielema was going to be there forever, and there's no indication that he wouldn't have been good at that school forever. And I think that's what, for me, was the low point. As on-field product, obviously this is not good right now, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this, for me, hurt as much as somebody dumping us like that, like Bielema did that day.
The shoebox would definitely be in the mix.
I was at that game that night. So I remember that. That was 8,000 degrees that night. I was sweating my butt off going to the stadium, but we still won that game, if I'm not mistaken.
True, yes, but that program.
And it's also, and Jim, it's such a ridiculous thing. I've been to the shoebox.
Yep.
When I went there as a student, I got a free T-shirt.
Yes, it is.
It's the dumbest thing of all time. Like, they gave free T-shirts to every purchase. Like, it wasn't just a football thing.
I host the show with Pat Richter forever, and it's still one of the things that sticks in his craw, and it should, because Steve Schmidt's a great guy who hooks everyone up, no matter who you are.
Didn't he own the Mallards for a while?
He still owns the Mallards.
Still owns the Mallards?
Still part of
he's
the
a great
group
businessman
of
who supports sports.
that owns the Forward here in Madison, and Ryan, our producer here, intern for both the Mallards and the Forward.
I sure did. We were able to meet him one time. He's a very nice guy. No, the only thing I knew about him was the fact that he was the shoebox scandal guy. That's really the only reputation he had.
That's so unfair for him, because he's one of the best, most caring dudes out there and loves sports. So it really was one of those things that's really unfair for him. But it is, if we're talking about the disappointment, it wasn't the shoebox problem, but that Badger team had expectations too, and they got railroaded. It was not a problem. Like, the problem, as always, was the NCAA, not the shoebox.
And what year was that again?
2001?
Yeah.
2000. Okay. So I was
2000.
Yeah, I was 2 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, God, please, Frank.
I was 3. Not to brag.
What do you? Oh, Molly, jeez. What do you guys think of my take? I know it's a psychoanalysis here that I'm making up.
Mm-hmm.
That Barry took that as them booing him.
Without a doubt. In fact, and I don't have this clip ready, but I asked Adam Rittenberg about that, and I took it as he took it personal. So, same thing. I think Barry took that personal because that is his baby. He built that whole thing up. And his guy, McIntosh, picked Luke Fickell. So I think there is a lot of personal pride and I would say projection that whatever happens to the Badgers happens to Barry Alvarez, without a doubt.
Yeah, and I think that's the whole point of this, right?
Yes.
Is that he takes that in a way that is not about the current program, because the current program is not one that resembles him. Let's be honest, right? And I'm talking about an X's and O's thing. Like, I called in on Saturday to Riley and Corey on the postgame show.
Yep.
And one of the things that I said, and I will reiterate here, obviously, is Barry Forever, and Jim, you and I have talked about this for a long time, and we never got it until we got it, which is Barry Forever played for the Big Ten title in the Rose Bowl. And it would always be like, okay, cool, like, you've done that. Now let's go to the next step.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so damn smart that he realized, like, you can't. That's it. Because you're not going to get the skill position guys. You're not going to open up the offense. You just have to be great at beating people in the trenches and running the football. And so what I think needs to happen now, and the reason that I say Barry this doesn't resemble what Barry, did, is I think that Chris McIntosh, and I appreciate the swing, he's like, I think we can win a national championship. Let's hire a guy that's been a part of a national championship type program at Ohio State, obviously Cincinnati in between, and let's see what he can do. But the reality is, forget Fickell for a second. I don't want to put this all on him. That concept doesn't work at UW-Madison.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Unfortunately, no. There's 2 stats I shared, and we'll get to the Rittenberg thing, that I shared on the Jumper on our Badger dedicated show on ESPN Madison's YouTube stream. 1, the Badgers famously scored 83 points once against Indiana. They have 83 total points so far this year through 4 games. And Melvin Gordon ran for 408 yards in 3 quarters against Nebraska and 4 touchdowns. Those 408 yards are more than all the Badger running backs combined for yardage and touchdowns. So over 4 games, Melvin Gordon did it in 3 quarters. And that was in the Gary Anderson era. So things are at a pretty low point. I did ask Adam Rittenberg, if this job became available, what does he think the national view from other coaches would be of the Wisconsin job if it was open? If it becomes open again, do you think it will still be a highly sought after head coaching position?
Absolutely. I think people look at the history, they look at the fan support and what that stadium is when it's fully activated. Everyone always asks me, like, what's your favorite stadium? And that's always up there at the very top, if not in the top 5 in terms of places that I've covered games over the years. I think there's a lot of respect for the history that Barry has created there. And I think a lot of coaches are going to look at that as a place, man, I just need to get this thing back to its identity. I need to reconnect with the state of Wisconsin and the alumni in ways that maybe this staff has not connected as well as they could have. And I think it's going to be super appealing.
With that in mind, and obviously what you said about you don't want to be chasing championships, chase Rose Bowl and Big Ten championships. Do you think Wisconsin can get someone that they would want to be successful at Wisconsin, or do you think the job is looked upon as less than over the last few years?
So I think well, first of all,
I think he's switching over to his car
His
audio
Bluetooth
right now. Yeah,
connected.
that's what just started happening.
No, I'm saying we have to do this as a hypothetical, and because I am not trying to fire anyone. I don't want it to come off like I am running anybody out of town or anything. Not that I have the ability to do that, but
Right.
what I'm saying to you is, so I will preface it by saying this. Let's say Ryan Day wins another national championship at Ohio State. He decides to go to the NFL. Ohio State then calls Luke Fickell, and he says, well, I got to go. It's my school. I got to go. All right, so spin it positively.
Yep.
Then, at that point, you're asking me the question, do I think that we could get a big-time head coach for the University of Wisconsin?
Yep.
And what I would say to you is the answer is yes, but I want to be clear on this. We may not get a big-time head coach in this positive hypothetical where Fickell gets his dream job. We may not get a big-time head coach that is looked upon nationally as big-time. We may get a big-time head coach that we look at and say, this guy makes sense for us, right? Is Lance Leipold at Kansas going to be looked at as like hiring Ben Johnson? No, right? Is he the right guy for the program in that hypothetical? Yes. Is Jason Eck a known name who played at Wisconsin is now a coach? No. Could he be the right guy for us? Yes. There's a certain head coach that has had unbelievable success that for whatever reason, I don't get it, is hated upon. Would he be the right guy for us in this hypothetical? Yes. Does he live in the state? Yes. Has he won a Super Bowl? Yes. Has he won a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers? Yes. Does he like Wisconsin volleyball? Yes. So these coaches may not be looked at as like, oh my God, they got that guy. But for us, they're great. And that's the thing. It's like we have a very special program that was created by a very special coach who this week did a very special thing for the university, and that is take all the attention away from the football program on field now. And if UW Athletics and all the people around it don't understand what Tarek, Derek, and Jesse did for your program with Coach Alvarez this week, I will never understand what's going on with that program right now.
Amen.
Now, with all those coaches that you just listed, do you think that any of them...
Good job asking the follow-up. I don't want to answer any of them, but go ahead.
Do you think that any of them have the capability to fully turn this program around? Because I don't know if I'm of the belief that just bringing in a coach or a coach with a name is going to completely turn this around. Because it's like, now you got to figure out how to get the students and the fans to all buy in. I mean, I know we've all seen photos of Camp Randall this past weekend. It was empty compared to what it typically was.
Right.
Like, how do you get this program to turn around? Because it very obviously starts with money and NIL and getting athletes in the door, but then you got to keep them in. Like, how do they turn it all around?
Well, okay. So this is an interesting answer, at least in my mind, that I'm about to give you here. So I think in 2025, in college football specifically, you get to coach football and you get to direct athletics once you're great at sales and marketing. You don't get to coach football and direct athletics and then do the sales and marketing. Let's be clear on the order. The order is important here. Again, you get to coach football and you get to direct athletics when you're great at sales and marketing. So, yes, Molly, to your point, we have to, and let's hope Coach Fickell does this, right? Let's hope Coach Fickell's the guy who's in the job right now, and he's the guy saying, I need to rethink some of my sales. I need to rethink where I go in the community. I need to rethink what events I'm at. I need to rethink the relationships that I have in order to get the funding in here to allow me to coach football. You don't get to coach football and then do the other stuff. Because if you choose to go that route, you better be Nick Saban upon arrival. And guess what? There's only one Nick Saban, and it's Nick Saban. Breaking news. But so when you're thinking about think about Greg Gard. I see him I'm not there, but I see him on social media everywhere. Is there anyone who doesn't know Greg Gard?
No.
Seriously.
I think
it feels like everyone knows Greg Gard.
Yep.
Am I wrong? You guys live there. Am I wrong?
I'm agreeing with you. No, absolutely. I think everyone knows who Greg Gard is. He also was.
No,
I mean,
no, I'm not saying. Well, Jim, sorry, I left it too vague. I'm not saying do people know who he is. Yes, I would hope people listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly know who he is.
Yes.
What I'm saying is people that are like, oh yeah, I saw him at a restaurant one night. He couldn't have been nicer. Oh, he came to this charity function I was at. Oh, I see him. I don't know if he has kids, but I see him in the pickup line. It's
he does.
Cool.
Some played 15.
And maybe
yes.
Maybe Fickle's doing all of that. I just haven't personally heard about that.
Got you. Yes, everyone knows what Greg Gard is about. And the other part of it is he has the advantage of he is a Badger. I mean, he was with Bo, and he was here, and he is just beloved, and he got a little extra grace that Fickle's not going to get. In part, not just because he was a Badger, because of who he is. Yes.
Well, Jim, that shouldn't matter based on everything we just said, because it's not only about being a Badger. It's like Bielema Bielema has an Iowa tattoo on him, right? Bielema's Iowa, and yet he was retroactively, we try to get over him leaving, but he was awesome here, right? And he's been awesome despite the loss last week. He was awesome at Illinois, or awesome at so it's not even being a Badger. Historically, it's you need to be a Badger when you're a Badger.
Yes, and Chris Orr, friend of the show, obviously hosted shows with us, former Badger linebacker, now with the Chiefs as an assistant, got mad all the time when people were talking recruiting about, oh, you got to be here to know what it means to wear the W. Chris would argue that nobody cared more about being a Badger than Chris Orr.
He was from Texas.
And Tarek Saleh would be another one, and same with Derek Engler, Minnesota and Connecticut. So, and obviously...
Well, okay, so that, it's funny you say that, and I don't want to go too behind the scenes on this, but I talked to Derek today.
Yep.
And it's funny you bring that up. I said to Derek, boy, you and Tarek are amazing. He said, well, thank you, but why? And I said, because look at you two. You guys are so much about the University of Wisconsin and the Badgers, and you're from Minnesota, and Tarek's from Connecticut. You're not from Madison. You're not from Wisconsin. Tausch is so amazing for the program. Tausch is from Wisconsin, chooses to live in Wisconsin, but you got two guys who are not from Madison choosing to live in Madison, and Tarek and Derek, and why wouldn't they? It's one of the greatest places in the world. And those two guys have done such an amazing job on their show on Monday nights, and they did it again this week. You've got to lean into those guys and those people. You don't have to have gone to school there like I did. You don't have to be familiar with UW like we all are. You have to, upon arrival, say, all right, who do I need to know? And how do I figure out what I need to know and who I need to know? Oh, Tarek and Derek, they played in the NFL. They have a radio show? Let me go there and hang out with them. Let me just sit there if I'm Chris McIntosh or if I'm Tarek. If I'm Luke Fickell. Let me sit with those guys on Monday night. They're out at Roost Chris. You know there's going to be people there because ESPN Madison is there. Perfect opportunity. That's what I'm saying. That's life. You've got to do the sales before you do the coaching and directing athletics.
Awesome stuff, Evan. Really appreciate all the extra time.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. Let's give away a case of High Life right now.
Let's go. The shoebox scandal was in 2001. I don't want to do number one because that's a little easy, right?
Okay.
The Badgers had 22 years where they made a bowl game. Let's do half of that. Let's do 11.
Call number 11, 844-770-3776. Call number 11, 844-770-3776. Call number 11 wins a case of High Life. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
You, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Wisconsin's loss to Maryland causing friction within the fan base. So heated to the point chants for Luke Fickell's job began to ring out. Barry Alvarez's thoughts on the student section chants.
I think it's terrible, despicable. They're spoiled rotten. You got young players trying to come on, they're competing, and you flip on them. How do you think that makes the players feel? That's disrespectful. It's not loyal. We don't need you in here. You don't want to watch this? Go someplace else. Go boo in a bar.
This episode of the Barry Alvarez Show on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin honors trust and commitment on your behalf before, during, and after the sale.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. PellaWI.com.
I really struggled with choosing a career path. I had so many interests and couldn't decide what to do. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I'm figuring it all out and making friends and connections along the way. Coming here is the best decision I ever made. My advice to others? Just take the first step. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
There's no second chances. There's no do-overs. We're definitely primed to take that next step. That's the focus and the goal.
This is your Green and Gold Fix on 100.5 ESPN.
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, pain to get to where you want to go.
This Green and Gold Fix is driven by Metro Ford.
Well, Sunday night football between the Packers and the Cowboys in Dallas will be a return game of sorts for Packers defensive end Micah Parsons. It's also a revenge game for defensive tackle Kenny Clark, who was traded from Green Bay to Dallas as a part of the Parsons trade earlier this season. Head coach Matt LaFleur on what he expects from his former player.
He looks really good, like I would expect, like he did when he was here. So, yeah, he's going to be a handful.
Through 3 games in Dallas, Clark has 10 tackles, including 1 sack. It's Packers-Cowboys Sunday Night Football from AT&T Stadium this Sunday. I'm Alex Stroh.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
Start your career where the road to success is paved in coffee. At Dunkin' Donuts, we're now hiring crew members and hourly shift leaders at our locally owned locations. Dunkin' offers flexible schedules, employee discounts, health and dental benefits, and paid time off. Plus, bolster your resume with our own leadership training program and even scholarship opportunities. Up to $1,500 per semester. Text Team Spirit to 85000 or visit teamtmart.com/careers to apply. Dunkin', America runs on you.
The High Life Dive Bar giveaway is brought to you by Miller High Life. Celebrate local dives with the champagne of beers. Miller High Life.
Congrats to Mitch and Stoughton for winning the case of High Life. If you need to protect your home or business, call our good friends at J&K Security Solutions. Jeff and the whole team over there will make sure that your home or business is protected with commercial security and home security. They also have commercial fire protection at J&K Security Solutions. They are family-owned, they are veteran-owned, and they are locally owned at J&K Security Solutions. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown. We are in the Everlight Solar Studio. Primetime War shine behind the glass. We are presented by Coors Light. And we have a Siding Unlimited poll question that I want to circle back to, Molly. 844-770-3776. That's the Cardinals Talking text line. List is more. Our Siding Unlimited poll question that we asked right now is, do you think the Packers still treat Jordan Love with kid gloves? 64% of you say yes.
I'm surprised it's not higher. Maybe people are just defending of Jordan Love?
Yeah, I mean, there's
Baby and Jordan Love too?
Yeah, there's going to be a fandom part of it as well. We will talk about that and more on the other side. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Grow up, Jordan.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this year's Sports and Update brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them at ridgetopexteriors.com. The Milwaukee Brewers tied their franchise record for wins yesterday by beating the Padres 3-1. At 96 wins on the season, the Brewers now just need one more win or one loss from the Phillies to secure the number 1 seed in the NL playoff field. Brewers already clinched the division crown and a bye in the first round of the playoffs. And as of today's standings, the Brewers would host either the Cubs or the Padres in the NLDS. That magic number tracker will be having its eyes trained right toward the Philadelphia Phillies, who just started their game against the Marlins this afternoon. Should the Phillies lose that game, the Brewers getting that number 1 seed and the bye, and likely hosting the Cubs or the Padres in the second round of the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Brewers are back at it tomorrow as they host the Reds for their final series of the regular season at AmFam Field. Then earlier today, Adam Rittenberg joined the Jump Round to talk about the state of Wisconsin football and also the state of the coaching position and whether it'd still be attractive amongst college football's head coaches.
I think there's a lot of respect for the history that Barry has created there, and I think a lot of coaches are going to look at that.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin App, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
There was one day, I don't know where we were, but I saw you on your phone. You have you can put your apps into groups?
Yeah, into the folders, yeah.
Yeah, do you have your social media group listed as cesspool?
How closely were you looking at my phone? So yes, that is actually the folder I have it saved under. The fact that you know that and that you're the only person other than me in the world who knows that is a little alarming.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have kept that one to myself.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. At the Mountains of Blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
She's Molly Brown. He is Primetime Wollersheim. I am Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio. Matt Hamilton in Canada, we are asking you, 844-770-3776. Cowboys Talk text line, list is more. Do the Packers treat Jordan Love with kid gloves? Right now, 60% of you say yes. I saw this online before the segment started, and I want to throw this out to you, Ryan, and our listeners. 844-770-3776. That's the Cowboys Talk text line, list is more. You are trapped in the world of the last TV show you watched. What world are you in?
What do we qualify? Do Are we only going like sitcom shows, or are we going documentary?
The last show you watched,
let's just go
Ryan.
we'll make it even easier.
Come on.
The last thing you watched. What did you watch this morning or last night?
The last thing I watched last night was the Cowboys documentary on Netflix. So I would be in the world of the 1990s Dallas Cowboys, America's team.
I like it.
That'd be a fun world to live in.
I don't know how long we'd be living there, but yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of hard living in that.
So I asked that qualifier because that to me doesn't really count because that's like a historical
Okay, so
setting.
non-documentary.
So then the other show I watched last night was an episode of what's called Alien Earth. If you're familiar with that, if
No.
you know
but isn't that also okay? Go. Maybe I'm not familiar with it. Go ahead.
Are you Alien Earth is not a docuseries, I promise.
It's a television series.
It's a television series that takes place in probably the year 2130. You know the Alien movies? Like the
Predator?
Xenomorph? Yes, Predator. It's a TV show of that on Hulu. And it's if like those aliens in those movies came to Earth. And they basically, like, there's some corporations trying to, like, weaponize them and, like, experiment on them. And they're kind of just, like, murdering people along the way. So it is not a world I would want to live in. I think I'd take the 1990s Cowboys first.
Let's see here. AC Tosa says Lost was his show.
Brutal.
Somebody's watching Lost as of
Yeah,
yesterday?
you can. There's like 35 seasons.
No,
I think on Hulu.
I'm aware. I have not heard anyone talk about the TV show Lost in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Molly?
Mine would be Dateline. Bummer.
So, but like, that's kind of falls in the Ryan's category.
That's true, but I don't really watch anything really. Real Housewives of Orange County, probably.
Once again. I mean, they are pretty fake, so that is kind of like
If I'm loaded
fictional.
and I just get to go to like Pilates class every day and then pick my kids up and go to lunch with my girlfriends, I'm in.
That sounds like a great life.
So the last show I watched was High Potential. I watched that last night with my wife. It's a show on, I think, Fox, maybe ABC. It's about like, you ever see the show Psych?
Yep.
Similar to that, where it's like one super smart person is brought on as like a out-of-the-box crime solver.
Oh, like the TV show Castle back in the day?
I never
or like
saw Castle.
Monk?
Monk.
Monk.
How you
same
have the-
thing.
yeah.
Same idea of like the super smart house, but with
exactly.
Otherwise, this morning, my daughter stayed home with she's home sick, and I made her finish. I was watching Blues Brothers.
Oh,
so I
thought you were going to say K-pop Demon Hunters.
No,
I thought he was going to say Golden Girls, so
No.
that's all he watches.
I do like Golden Girls. I would be happily trapped in the Golden Girls
See,
world.
that was going to be my next question is what show would you want to be trapped in?
Golden Girls seems pretty great. That's one of those comfort TV
Oh,
shows for me.
Jim.
Betty White.
55 years ago.
Can I say this?
Please do.
Blanche is not like. I'm surprised she does so well.
Let me
That's all.
see. I don't know these
None of them are
characters.
really my type because they all look like they're 75 years old, even though they were honestly too close to my age.
It is
I think
crazy.
when the show started, they were probably 46, like as far as their characters.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
And at 44, I don't think I look as old as they look.
I mean, you got the salt and pepper going, right? I mean, we talked about that the other day.
I do, but
I feel like everybody back in the day just looked like they were like 65 and no, this lady looks like she's like 75. All the Golden Girls do.
Yeah.
Ryan, what show would you want to be trapped in?
It's a great question.
Stop stalling. I'm just kidding.
There's a show I watched recently. It's also on Netflix, I think. It's called Sandman. It's about the essentially if like the Sandman, the one who like I don't know, like put you to sleep and came into
Ew.
like
This looks
put together your
terrifying.
dreams. It's basically that world, but like if all the other like gods of like ancient times also existed, and you just have like superpowers. It'd be a pretty cool show to be in if I was like one of the gods.
You know
I
how
would-
creepy it is that you're like you want to be the Sandman.
I never said the Sandman.
He
I
looks
said
like
one
Voldemort.
of the gods. Yeah, he looks like a sexy Voldemort.
Would you want to be
That's
in
a
the Harry
great-
I don't know
Potter?
about sexy, but sure.
Okay.
Would you want to be in the Harry Potter universe?
Harry Potter would be awesome. Harry Potter would be great.
Be like a wizard. I guess you'd be a witch. Which
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I would love to be in Gilmore Girls. Have you guys ever watched Gilmore Girls?
Yeah.
It's literally the show that got me addicted to coffee because it was like, oh my God, I'll just drink my coffee with them.
There's a show Nip Tuck.
Yep.
That show is wild. I don't know how well I'd do in that world. That show is nuts.
What was
though.
wild
I
about
never
it?
watched it, but
So, you ever seen the previews right now for the 911 shows on Fox? Like,
Yeah, those look terrible.
but like the guy who did those did the show Nip Tuck.
Oh,
and
yes.
so it is like just insane plot lines. It's borderline like it's soap operas at night, like just Looney Tunes.
Okay.
Plot lines. And
for
they're two
a-
plastic surgeons in Miami.
Plastic surgeons in Miami.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. There's serial killers involved.
It's very
There's,
snowy in that show, I believe.
Who's the baby's dad involved? There's so
Snow
many
in
different
Miami?
things.
Okay. That's what you think.
Yeah, so that one was pretty wild. That would have been pretty crazy.
Okay. Yeah. I would definitely want to live in the Harry Potter world.
You're a wizard, Harry.
That'd be sick.
What house are you in then?
Oh, I definitely did that test once.
Slytherin.
No, I was not Slytherin. I was definitely just
Ravendorf. What's it called?
Ravendorf.
Hufflepuff.
Gryffindor. And Ravenclaw.
I took the test with Matt because he told me to. I'm in Ravenclaw.
I believe I was a Hufflepuff because I'm
You
boring.
look like a Hufflepuff.
Wow.
I think
You're a Slytherin.
Savage.
But I think I
For
actually
sure.
did. What Gryffindor? And I think Matt was like mad about it
It's
because
Gryffindorf. Jim.
Gryffindor. I think Matt was like mad about it because he takes it seriously, and I think he was.
And Matt for sure wants to be in Gryffindor because that
Matt
is
was definitely
the
just
ultimate one.
Matt was definitely just in the boring Hufflepuff house with me, I'd imagine.
They are making a
Can't
new
relate.
Harry Potter
TV series, yeah.
and I wish they would
What?
explore it, but they didn't. I don't know how you can do it because they didn't do it in the books. But if you were going to write, and I'm not promoting J.K. Rowling or anything else, but like if you were going to write something, I would be interested in stories from the other, like same timeline, but dig into Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff.
I want to say the show that they're making or that people have talked about is like in Hogwarts, there's like the founders of each of the houses,
Yeah.
and they're going to do a show about like who those people were and how they founded them. So
Okay.
I mean, might get into something like that, but that's getting into the really nerdy aspects of Harry Potter, which I think we've already gone far too
Well, it's a
down.
universe that needs to be explored. I mean, Star Wars is obviously being milked for all it's
Yeah, oh
worth.
my
Way
gosh.
over
Oh my
explored.
god.
Yeah.
Oh, we going back to this conversation. I believe we had this exactly 2 months ago. Would you rather be a wizard or
We
Jedi?
did, yeah. Yes. I think I'd still rather be a Jedi, but the wizarding world is pretty cool.
I don't know what a Jedi does, so I'm into wizard.
Have you watched any?
He's got a
Star Wars?
lightsaber.
No.
I think a Jedi, for obvious
super
reasons, is
self-explanatory.
very male specific.
Yeah, they're.
Do I want to have a lightsaber I can play with?
Yep.
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
Push a
fair.
button and it goes. Then you wave it around
You guys
and you
are
fight with it.
You guys
Yeah.
are dorks. I can't. I'd rather have a wand.
At Canopy Wealth
Mario
Management, their balanced approach helps guide families through a complex and ever-changing landscape, creating a personalized wealth management experience with care, competence, and clarity. Throughout a family's financial planning journey, Canopy serves as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects, offering their expertise to help achieve goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity isn't just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started with them today. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
For a man's curly chest hair, taco meat. Sure
Ew,
is.
I told you. Jim's is like salt and pepper color.
It's saltier than it is peppery.
Yes, the part that shows is more salt than pepper. But in general, it's salt and pepper in general.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
One reason so many local organizations choose document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems? The people. Amanda Burrian, office manager at Covenant Lutheran Church.
One of the main things that has always been absolutely outstanding to me is the customer service rep that comes out and helps with the technical stuff. He is absolutely wonderful.
James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed business technology company. And that translates into better support, better service.
Fast, efficient, they're dedicated, and they're willing to be there when you need them. So it's wonderful service.
Amanda, James Imaging Systems, more like a vendor or more like a partner?
Like a partner.
And your overall business experience with James?
That feels more like a partnership as well.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and Southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison. Plus, to celebrate our love for dive bars, we'll be giving away a case of Miller High Life to one lucky fan every Thursday. Live the high life with Jim, Matt, and Molly and enjoy the champagne of beer in its natural environment. Like Utica Bar, Paoli Pub and Grill, the Pub at Pleasant Springs, and the Nitty Gritty in Sun Prairie.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability.
Nice.
Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Striving for excellence is exactly what we do.
Our suite of master craftsmen ensure every roof we install will last.
We believe in giving you exceptional results.
And the satisfaction and durability you want with your suite of metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Suita. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Suita metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Suita Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Attention business owners and executives. Looking for a bank that's invested in your community as you are? Look no further than Starion Bank. As a Dane County community bank, Starion offers competitive deposit and loan rates while actively supporting local initiatives. Visit a business banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, and Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, full-service business banking, lending, and cash management.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
She's Molly Brown. I am Jim Rutledge. We are in the Everlight Solar Studio. Primetime Laura Shine behind the glass. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light.
Do you know this song?
Creep?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is right in my...
Okay. This is me to
my
Ryan.
era.
Yeah.
I make Ryan... Never mind.
No, finish it.
I make Ryan uncomfortable.
You don't know.
Because now he doesn't trust me.
It's just when you're peeping on my phone, which that's going to make anyone feel uncomfortable, I think.
I mean, only if you're looking at, like, weird stuff or if you have your stuff labeled something weird. I think you just feel uncomfortable because now you're like, oh, God, to call my stuff cesspool is weird.
No, it's private. What's private on a person's phone should remain private with them. That's what I'll say.
Jim, where do you land?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird you're looking, but...
Thank you.
Don't be on his side.
I know.
Your point is a valid one.
See, now you got me in trouble here, Ryan. Primetime Laura Shine, Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown with you.
So do you guys ever do that, though? You just, like, name something, a certain thing on your phone, and you just, like, never go back to change it? That's just what it is in your mind, then? Like, you just don't even think about it twice until somebody mentions it to you on a YouTube-only show from while they're hosting from Beaver Dam, talking about beaver cleaners.
And plumbers.
And creamers.
And the beaver creamer wieners.
And the dam bar. Yeah.
And the dam bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the section on my phone for social media, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, I just call it cesspool because social media is a cesspool. So it's a nice little funny joke for me.
But it's a cesspool. It's a funny joke. It's a cesspool that you love being in.
I live in there for work, all right?
Sure.
I was born in the darkness, Molly.
Do
you know that reference?
Wait, do you have, not to get too invasive on your life, but I'm going to.
Great.
Are you on Tinder?
I am.
Is Tinder in...
The cesspool section?
It's got its own section. It's a different kind of pool.
What does that mean, Jim?
I don't know. I think it's strong, tough, dependable.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of that in that pool. I'll say that. Yeah, you got to be careful when you swim in those waters.
Gross.
You got to be careful. It's true.
Go to the Beaver Cleaners. Get your dry cleaning done. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton is a great place for a happy hour. Sizzle, Swizzle, and Swirl happy hour over at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. Go see Lee out there. Go see Kevin out there at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
You'll be out there on Monday.
I will be out there. I am hosting the Great Dane Huddle but you and I, It's just you and me, right? No, right? Just you and me doing a little dinner at Ruth's Chris. Yeah.
Yes, the Barry Alvarez show live from Ruth's Chris.
Yes, but Molly and I.
Jim,
are
Matt, and Molly are going to be there ahead of time.
Ooh.
You can add this to the photo album.
Only if we share a tomahawk.
All right, which is a steak.
They don't sell theirs at Beaver Cleaners?
No,
Or
we
at the
didn't
Beaver
we didn't
Creamery?
we did not. Molly did not have time to take a picture with me at Beaver Cleaners.
He asked me to, and I was like, I got a jet. I got to go.
Did you? Wait, you actually asked her to do that?
Yes, of
It would've been
course.
funny. I don't know where it is.
Add it to our scrapbook.
Yeah.
I love how Jim goes like, I don't know where it is. I've never been there.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know the exact street address.
Exactly. But then we can have one at we got Wiener Circle, could have Beaver Cleaners, and then Ruth's Chris, obviously Bear Game.
Yep.
So just great in our own Jim and Molly scrapbook for Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Target.
Multiple Targets. McDonald's. Yeah. What was that other store we went to that I thought was not a chain?
What?
The chain store we went to that I didn't realize was a chain.
Oh, what was that? Like Zoomies or something, but it wasn't Zoomies.
The shoe store?
Yeah.
Zubaz or something?
No, it wasn't
that's a pants.
Zubaz. What?
Zubaz? Isn't that a pants?
Was it Sparrows? Were you guys getting there?
I think it was Zoomies.
Yeah,
Sounds
we
right.
split a slice of pizza at Sbarro's. Yeah.
Yeah,
In Chicago.
This
Yeah.
truly sounds like you guys running down like all your first dates. That's
Right.
what you guys just did for the
Right.
last 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Got coffee. Starbucks.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lost our
Hey.
car.
Show that runs errands together, stays together. And apparently tomorrow or on Monday we're going to be at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Just
Together.
Together.
With
And then Barry.
Alvarez.
Well, Barry joins afterwards. Me, Tarek, Derek, and Barry. But before that, it's just me, Molly.
Go boo in a bar.
Will you be at the bar booing us, Ryan?
I'd probably be back here
At the Horseshoe Bar.
I think I'll be back here producing if I had to guess.
Ryan and Kevin just at the bar booing us.
Go boo at a bar.
65% of you say the Packers still treat Jordan Love with kid gloves. 844-770-3776. That's Carbs Talking text line. List is more.
It's a good amount.
I want to ask you this, Molly. Adam Rittenberg said on the Jumper on our Badger dedicated show you can watch on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream that the Badgers' job is still a sought-after job. Do you agree?
I go back and forth because it still is in a big conference in the Big Ten. It is a large school. It is a highly thought of school. However, I think it depends on what you would define as being highly sought after. Because if you're somebody looking to accept a challenge, this is a very challenging situation that you could be coming into if the job were to open. However, if you are looking for immediate success and you want to have a prestigious program right away, this probably ain't the program for you. Because I think Wisconsin football is going to take quite a few years to turn around. Do you feel the same?
I agree. The one positive would be that, obviously, in this case, Fickle very well could have gone from 6-5-4 to wins. So you go 5, 6, 7, you can start climbing it up pretty quickly. And I think the schedule lightens up a little bit for the Badgers after this year. Not quite as hard as it's been.
They play Notre Dame next year.
True. I just don't think there's a gauntlet.
It's at Lambeau, at least. So it's more of a home game.
I still think Notre Dame teams are going to travel pretty well. But
Notre Dame fans will be there.
I'm
of course,
Absolutely.
yeah, for sure.
But coming in here, I think this cycle, it will be a sought-after job. But otherwise, it's going to be more like Indiana or Illinois. Now, Indiana got Signetti, and Illinois got Brett Bielema. But let's not forget that Brett Bielema, as someone put in here on the talking text line, that Brett was terrible at Arkansas and basically had to take a step back from coaching. He was like a D-line coach with the Patriots.
He was running laps with Joe Judge.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes. That's what he had to do for a little bit there. And then my understanding is he begged for the Michigan State job, and they said no. And then he got the Illinois job.
Well, they went through a whole fiasco
Imagine
too.
sliding doors. Mel Tucker, what happened with Michigan State? They didn't make the playoff. They fell just short one year. But their year with Kenneth Walker, when they beat Michigan.
Kenneth Walker made him like $70 million.
Sure did.
Mel Tucker. Yeah.
He got fired. He got a big old
I was
bag
going to say,
of
does
cash.
Mel Tucker have a job right now?
No.
I heard you earlier in the office just talking about potential candidates for this job. Is he one of them?
No.
He has Wisconsin connections.
He does. I remember him. He was also a terrible defensive coordinator for the Bears for a year or two.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you're tainted a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, but he didn't. Where did he win as a head coach?
The 1 year at Michigan State.
I was going to say Michigan State wasn't bad when he was there.
So before he got hired there, he had been successful somewhat at Colorado.
He was an Alabama defensive coordinator for a little bit.
Yep. So I'm trying to look at his coaching history right now, actually.
Mel Tucker would not be exciting.
Okay.
But I would think they could do someone like Mel Tucker. Mel Tucker would be the third time around. So if they don't get this job, then it's more of like you're going to be in the Illinois, Indiana world pre-Signetti and Bielema.
Yeah.
And those were not sought-after jobs. Those coaches came in. The Illinois found blind squirrel thing with Brett. It worked, and it's working. And Signetti, I don't think – where did he come from?
Signetti was at James Madison University when they came up from FCS, and within the first year were one of the best teams in the group of 5. So I believe they finished like 11-2 that first season.
So he reminds me a little bit of obviously more high-end success, but Lance Leipold went from UW-Whitewater to Buffalo, turned Whitewater into a winner. Weirdly, Kansas head coach Lance Leipold on the three-point stance with Golick and Golick on the TV behind us here. He's going to be coming up in a little bit. But then he went to Kansas, and he's winning at Kansas. So he's turned around 2 programs after winning at Whitewater.
And that's a similar thing with Kalen DeBoer, what he did, the now head coach at Alabama. Now Alabama fans are not pleased at all with the results so far because their standards are through the roof.
I was going to say, I think we'd be pretty happy if...
We would be extremely happy. But that was the situation with him. I think he was coaching in like the FCS levels for a long time. Then he went to Fresno State, was the head coach there for like 2 years, went to Washington, turned them around immediately. Michael Penix becomes a top 10 pick, and then he gets hired to replace Nick Saban. And since then... going from Washington to Bama, the expectations and the overall atmosphere a little different down there in the SEC, as we all know. But either way, like a guy like that is probably what the Badgers would want at this point. And even like Jim was saying, like Curt Signetti was successful this way. Brett Bielema had been kind of a disgraced head coach and then came back around for a second chance and it's working. Shoot, even when Barry Alvarez was hired at Wisconsin, he wasn't like a known commodity. He was the defensive coordinator at Notre Dame. And Notre Dame, like good defenses, obviously well-respected program, I think with Lou Holtz at the time. But like he was not known as like this surefire thing head coach, right? I mean, I think if the Badgers, like Evan said, like assuming this job opens up, like we don't know for sure yet, but if and when it does, like I think their best bet will probably be trying to find somebody who hasn't proven it quite yet, but is on the come up. And the problem is those guys are just hard to find. They're hard to identify, and you have to have somebody who's smart and in the right position to make that hire to make it work.
All right, so let's say you do get a good hire, right? Whatever. Yeah. How quickly is the program able to be turned around? Is it a year? Is it 2 years? Like, realistically, what is it?
If you got the right guy, look what Curt Signetti's doing in Indiana. It can happen that quick.
It can.
I mean, if you bring the right players with you. I think to turn it around that quick, you have to have an influx of players in the transfer portal, and you have to also hit on a lot of those guys. And usually it's like the Signetti situation where head coach leaves a program and he brings like half the roster with him of all the good players who are already there. And then you also need to add or have existing good roster talent, which as of right now, I think, Jim, what would you say? The Badgers roster, I think, as
closer
of today,
to Purdue than it is to Indiana.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's
absolutely.
Yeah, it's probably fair.
Okay, reason to be optimistic, real quick, and then we'll get the break here. Turning around the program, if they do move on for a new coach. Honestly, if I was going to think positively and Luke Fickell goes somewhere, it's back to Cincinnati.
No, they would never take him back.
You don't think so?
They hate him.
Why? Just for leaving?
Yes.
The only reason I saw a few fans were like, "We'll take him back."
I think they're just very spurned because Scott Satterfield has been bad there so far. But I think the University of Cincinnati administration would not welcome him back at all.
Okay, so regardless,
no, I will say I have a lot of Weirdly, I have a lot of Cincinnati fans in my life.
Yeah,
and they despise Fickell.
I will take your word for it. Let's just assume.
Interesting.
Let's assume something positive happens for Fickell and he moves on somewhere else. So the Badgers have a new coach. Big Ten home opponents in 2026: Michigan State, Rutgers, Minnesota, USC.
Those are the home opponents.
Those are the home opponents. Like
road.
Iowa, Nebraska,
okay,
Penn State, Purdue, and
tough.
UCLA. There's 2 games where I'm like, Penn State and USC. But
and this is next season, you're saying?
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
And then
Notre
Notre Dame's your big out of conference game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they probably have a couple.
Western Illinois and Pitt.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, that's about as cupcake as a schedule as you can ever hope for now in the Big Ten.
So for that Indiana turnaround, the whole knock on them that first year was they had a cupcake schedule. And maybe they did, but then they were able to build off that cupcake schedule and then recruit more players and get more money and then go forward.
Yeah. It's kind of goes back to what we were talking about with Jordan Love, like the kid gloves conversation is having a good support system, the same as kid gloves. a lot of what's helped that I think Indiana has a pretty good support system around them too. So it's really one of those where it's a lot of stars have to align. Now, so as Badgers fans, if a new head coach does come in next season, even with the cupcake schedule, like our expectations, like Molly was kind of alluding to, should be moderate, very moderate as compared to what we had when Luke Fickell came in. Because, I mean, Jim, once Luke Fickell got hired, how long did you think it was going to be before we made a college football playoff?
I thought they'd make it the first year. That schedule was pretty easy.
Yeah. I think most Badgers fans, I would say 75% of Badgers fans were probably in should be 9-10 wins. This should be we should be like the 10th best
what
team
you
in the country.
wouldn't do to have that schedule back.
His first mistake might have been not cleaning house like Dion did at Colorado.
And his second mistake was saying that the Badgers were going to be all air raid.
Yes.
Yeah, the Longo hire was probably, it felt like it was dead on arrival when you look back at it now.
But I think a lot of players were in their feels about Paul.
Are you talking roster-wise?
Yes. So
maybe.
And I think if a new coach comes in, unfortunately, I think the move is you need to clean house and bring in the majority of your players.
But you got to make sure those players you're bringing in are good
True,
players.
but I mean, Luke didn't do that year one. I think they wanted to and they tried to, but a lot of those Cincinnati guys just did not come with him. Right, and then there was a lot of Badgers left over who weren't really in on Fickell.
Yeah, it was kind of a divided house, it seemed like.
Yep, and I think that hurt them that year.
Do you think Kotelnicki, when he gets hired from offensive coordinator from Penn State, you think he'll just bring half of Penn State's roster for us?
So that's who you think it's going to be?
That's what I'm hoping and praying.
He's a UW Whitewater.
Mm-hmm.
He coached with Lance Leipold at Buffalo, Kansas, and UW Whitewater. Younger coach than Leipold. I like Leipold, but I would take Konecki. Dave Aranda was the name that popped up.
I don't know if I'd want Aranda.
His name has been popping up for how many years, I feel like?
Oh, yeah.
He was in the conversation when Luke Fickell got hired.
Big time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Badger, and just a Badger tie there with Dave Aranda. Matt Campbell has popped up all the time.
Iowa State
thing.
guy.
Yep. Then obviously Eck and Leipold.
Jason Eck, I think, assuming they do move on to a next head coach, I would put a lot of money on it being Jason Eck.
See, I would rather have the guy from Penn State.
I'm not saying I would rather. I'd
rather have the guy from Penn State than Eck, just because he's still coaching. I think he's not been a head coach, but I still lean on a guy who's coaching at a bigger school.
Penn State's about as big as it gets. Yeah. I don't know.
But again, I'd rather go Leipold. I want a guy who's been doing it. In a perfect world, and I think Eck is probably too big for it, is that Leipold comes in, he'd be 62 next year. Leipold comes in with Eck as the Oracle Net, or what's the name for the?
Kotelnicki.
That guy. To be his coach in waiting.
Kotelnicki.
Kotelnicki.
It's funny because I just Googled it and I was like, how do you say this last name?
Brett Bielema style when Barry was here.
Okay.
So, in 3-4 years, we'll hand this off to you.
Okay.
All right. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What was I supposed to say?
I don't know. I wanted some validation. I was looking for a soft reach out. It was I was trying to reconnect, have a chat with Evan, and I thought I'd get more of
You didn't need he wasn't asking my approval. It wasn't.
I was honestly just looking for
fishing for praise.
Yes, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Looking for the perfect pizza meal just for you? Introducing Pizza Hut's new personal pizzas, the Crafted Flats. 5 bold, hand-stretched personal pizza recipes. 3 cheese, pepperoni duo, the ultimate, and for a limited time, Nashville hot chicken and chicken bacon ranch. All just $5 each, all day. The perfect pizza deal for lunch, dinner, or on game days. Order your $5 Crafted Flats at one of their locations or online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
I was really anxious about college and felt overwhelmed at choosing one, but I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. One tour of Madison College campus was all it took. The campus environment is amazing, so welcoming and friendly, and everyone is really supportive. My advice? See this campus for yourself. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking Zoa Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. Zoa is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has zero sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZoaEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some Zoa for yourself. Zoa Energy for balance and drive.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Matt LePay for Steinhoffels. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Since 1934, Steinhoffels has been Wisconsin's furniture and mattress destination for quality, selection, and service. For over 90 years, Steinhoffels has helped Wisconsinites create the homes of their dreams and is 100% employee-owned. Steinhoffels has the largest selection of all the latest styles and all the best mattress brands. You'll find something for every style and every budget. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
He's coming up, 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 he's coming up. It's there.
Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown. We are in the Everlight Solar Studio. Primetime will shine behind the glass. The wait there was trying to figure out what we were going to do for our throwing stones. We had a good stone.
We had a couple.
I know what it was. It was I don't know if we had the video of it, but it was from Evan Cohen. I think Russ played his way into the Hall of Fame at one point. Talk about Russell Wilson. Can you play your way out of the Hall of Fame?
We don't have the video, but we have the audio.
Okay, let's hear it.
Should we get into throwing stones first?
Let's do throwing stones first. Yep, sorry.
1, 2, 3,
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this
Your
kid
first
is as
time.
cool
Great.
as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
That was cooler than being cool. Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out.
I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man.
I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
So as you referenced, Jim, this was something Evan Cohen said this morning on Unsportsmanlike, talking about Russell Wilson and also an Aaron Rodgers mention in this clip. It's everything a Wisconsin sports fan could dream of.
I think Russ played his way into the Hall of Fame at one point. Can you play your way out of the Hall of Fame? The Russell Wilson part of this is interesting. How do you get in and then get taken out? Denver, Pittsburgh, and the Giants. We got to be fair, and I love Russ. Talk about Aaron Rodgers, and CeCe says all the time, we're going to remember the Jets and the Steelers as much or more than we're going to remember the Packers. He's not playing his way out of the Hall of Fame. But I do wonder if Russ may have played himself out of Hall of Fame consideration.
I mean, he's getting benched, isn't he? By Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart was the one who told him he's getting benched?
No.
I know.
Oh, that was funny.
Thank you.
But right,
She
like
did not like that, Ryan.
he's losing his job. To
You're right.
Jackson
Yes,
Dart.
Jackson Dart is now the starting quarterback for the Giants for the time being.
His greatest years were being a Seahawk during those Super Bowl runs.
Yeah.
Can I be honest? For a hot minute, I was like, he's talking about Russell Westbrook or Russell Wilson?
True.
It's a great point. Yeah.
I don't think Russell Westbrook has played himself out of the Hall of Fame. Basketball Hall of
No.
Fame is easier to get into, but also he played. He was
Molly's
at
like, of course he hasn't played himself out of the NFL Hall of Fame. He
was
never
like,
played
no,
his
you
way in.
Did I
misspoke.
say
You
NFL?
misspoke.
Okay. 64% or 65% completion percentage, 46,000 yards passing, 353 touchdowns, 114 interceptions.
How long has he been in the league? What year did he join?
2012, I believe he was drafted.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 13 years ago. Wow.
Feels longer ago, honestly, when I think about it.
Badger football's been pretty bad for a while now.
2020 was his last legitimately great season. 2020, 69% completion percentage, 4,212 yards, 40 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
What was his completion percentage?
69.
69. I like that number.
Highest of his career.
I think Russ is still in the Hall of Fame. Don't you guys? Do you think he's not
No.
going to be? Really?
I don't know if I say that
One Super
being
Bowl
somebody
win, 2 appearances.
2 appearances.
See,
never
that's
won
fair.
an MVP. I think historically or notably, he never got an MVP vote. I believe it was.
I guess in my mind he just never was a Hall of Fame level quarterback, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I also haven't enjoyed
Yeah, I
Russell
would say
Wilson in
that
the league the entire time because he was with the Seahawks and then ever since he stunk.
I used to feel the same way.
I would slightly disagree with Evan. I think he was tracking towards the Hall of Fame, and then he's fallen off the rails.
But had he not fallen, like if he had just kind of finished his
Like
career
a-
net neutral,
Yes.
do you think he would have been
Yes.
a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe Flacco. Is he going to the Hall of Fame?
No. But I think Russ is way better than Joe Flacco.
Okay. So who's another quarterback that we can make the comp of? Like
I'm trying to think of. So the one that I
Eli
always
Manning
go to.
would be one I'd think of.
He's
But
going to the
These
Hall of
guys
Fame.
got 2.
I know, but that's the thing is like I
The
think
second
Russ.
one would guarantee Russell in.
I think Russ is a significant. I think Russ is notably a better quarterback than Eli Manning.
He never got an MVP either.
I know,
like
but
that holds him up as well.
The NFL Hall of Fame is hard to
And
get
I'm not
into.
a big Super Bowl. I'm not a big MVP guy, but if you have, I feel like you need one or the other. Like for an example, I've said this before that Stafford, the way he's wrapping up his career, is climbing to be like better than like could
Rodgers.
have a better legacy than Rodgers, especially when you account for Rodgers being cuckoo. But Rodgers, we'll see how the Steelers go. But right now, we talked about the EPA yesterday on the digital only show. It's pretty terrible when you look at any sort of advanced analytics. He's got some nice counting stats, but not great. And also, Matthew Stafford, I'm rooting for this. He's 110 and 114. So a few more wins with the Rams, and he'll
Really?
be out of QB hell with being below 500. And obviously, that was all with the Lions, those terrible teams there. But
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. I did not realize he had a losing record as a quarterback.
I didn't either.
That also
It makes
goes
sense.
to show you that quarterback records don't mean anything.
So just for an example, now Stafford, I'm not sure what year he came in. I just have his overall numbers.
Stafford,
here.
I believe, was like 2008.
Okay, so Stafford has 60,548 yards passing with 382 touchdowns. So 353 touchdowns-wise for Russ is pretty good, but the passing yards are blown out of the water. And completion percentage for Stafford is higher as well.
Wow, he seems so much younger than Aaron Rodgers.
Stafford?
Yeah.
Yeah, not
And he's
quite.
not.
He's like 3 years younger, yeah.
He's 37.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 2008 draft out of Georgia.
Rodgers is going to be 42 in December.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's 41 right now.
That's crazy. I don't think so. Like going to the Aaron Rodgers conversation, that like he played himself out of like Mount Rushmore consideration.
Yes. So did Brett Favre, and then their off the field stuff kind of.
Was Brett Favre in the Mount Rushmore conversation at one point?
I think
probably
when he
before-
was playing.
I think that was before like I was like
Yeah.
a truly.
And honestly,
conscious
his
sports fan.
second to last year in the league, the year he took the Vikings to the NFC Championship game, was pretty damn
Career
elite.
year.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
But he had
Aaron
what, 3
Rod-
MVPs?
Yep,
Rodgers?
3
and
MVPs.
Favre?
Favre had 3. Rodgers has 4.
So, I mean, when you have 3 MVPs and a Super Bowl and 2 appearances, you're going to be in that conversation.
Yeah, I guess I never thought of it that way. Maybe because I grew up thinking that Favre or Rodgers was always the better quarterback. In my generation, that was the quarterback I knew, and I think by the time like I really got into it, like I think most Packers fans had agreed like Rodgers is probably better than Favre.
I'm trying to think of a player who maybe played themselves out of the Hall of Fame. And it's hard to really, without injury or something else.
Without an off the field thing is typically what does it, I think.
Yeah, because I think of like the reverse of like a Rich Gannon had a late surge in his career. Kurt Warner, is he a Hall of Famer?
He's got to be.
I don't know if he. Yeah, I'd assume he is.
So, but like he didn't arrive. I feel like he was like 26, 27 when he arrived.
Yeah, because he played Arena League football.
Yeah, so that's a guy that
He is. 2017, he was inducted. Kurt Warner.
He didn't play his way out of the Hall of Fame, but I guess it would be more like it's an interesting case for Russ. I would say Russ was more tracking. I get what Evan's saying, but he was tracking towards the Hall of Fame, and if he just had a Kirk Cousins type career, like Kirk Cousins, is an interesting guy.
Kirk Cousins is not a Hall of Famer.
No, not even
but
close.
if he had gotten a Super Bowl, I bet you his stats are high.
Yeah.
I bet you that his years with the Vikings padded his stats for sure.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan, another guy.
I was about to say the exact same name.
Yep.
He won an MVP, made it to the Super Bowl.
Matt Ryan's got a better
in terrible fashion.
He's probably not. He's not a Hall of Famer, but had he won that Super Bowl, he probably would have been. I remember there were conversations at one point when he and Rodgers were both at the height of their careers.
381 touchdowns, almost 63,000 yards passing, a career record of 124, 109. Yeah, if you would have gotten that Super Bowl.
After that,
what's Rodgers' like stats, like career stats? Just going off of Matt. I'm gonna say Matt LaFleur, Matt Ryan.
Career stats, I feel like, are just too misleading too when it comes to something like this, because it's like Rodgers, like you said. He's 41, but he didn't start for his first 3 seasons, so I guess it's not going to be like skewed like accumulation stats.
63,538. It's the touchdowns at 5'10 that are insane.
Yeah, because he just passed Rodgers or just passed Favre.
I almost said LaFleur again.
LaFleur.
Yeah, LaFleur on your mind.
It's not tight. I'm not tight.
Those eyebrows.
There you go, Jim. Get up.
Yeah. Speaking of eyebrows.
Oh, speaking of eyebrows, go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Millions of dollars won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. So go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
For a man's curly chest hair, taco meat. Sure
I
is.
told you. Jim's is like salt and pepper color.
Yeah.
It's saltier than it is peppery.
Yes, the part that shows is more salt and pepper. Part. In general, it's salt and pepper in general.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
James Imaging Systems, the best document imaging technology, the best local service, and perhaps best of all, the very best people. People you can count on, people you can trust. That's all important to Amanda Burrian, office manager with Covenant Lutheran Church.
Absolutely. I think that having their reliability, I think just having them as a teammate and a partner.
James Imaging Systems, partnering with local businesses and organizations to help them be more productive and more efficient.
You don't have to worry about the printing, the ink. You don't have to worry about the copier. They take care of all of it.
Saving the church money?
It's definitely a savings.
One last question, Amanda. Would you recommend James to others?
I would definitely recommend James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? A local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right, you want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This station has conducted a test of the emergency alert system.
Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost you thousands. The Quicken Loans PMI Advantage is our lender-paid mortgage insurance program. You see, we pay the PMI so you don't have to. PMI Advantage can give you more options, more flexibility, and may save you thousands when you refinance. To learn more, call us at 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN, or visit us at quickenloans.com.
Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed law 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Your customers are your most valuable asset. So if you run a business that stores customer data, that is, personally identifiable information, including credit cards and social security numbers, you have to protect it, especially if you want to stay in business. Barracuda Networks has more than 150,000 customers worldwide who trust our security and storage solutions to do just that. Keep them open for business. Reclaim your network. Visit barracuda.com/open to learn more.
Private mortgage insurance, or PMI.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. Madison's family-owned, Madison's custom, Madison's locally owned jeweler in Madison and in Middleton. She's Molly Brown. I am Jim Rutledge alongside Primetime Wollersheim. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carbon's Talk text line. List is more. You can chime in on our Siding Unlimited poll question, which is, do you think the Packers treat Jordan Love with kid gloves? That one, last I checked, was about 60% yes. And then, Ryan, you posted one a minute ago I saw on our ESPN Madison socials.
I just asked, is the Badgers head coaching position still an attractive job?
And what do we have so far on that one?
I have not looked at those results.
I can bring those up right now. Right now, 50 or basically 60% of you say yes.
That is lower than I would have thought.
Do you think it is?
I think it's attractive. I don't think it's like a prestigious job. I don't think it's a job that like attracts someone like Dabo Swinney from Clemson or a guy like, maybe even Andy Kotelnicki coming from Penn State, because he'll have a lot of other good options. But I think it's still an attractive job in that it's a solid Big Ten program, and they have a lot of funds, a lot of resources, and it should be a place where you can win, and you should be able to turn it around relatively quickly, like we talked about a couple segments ago, what Kurt Cignetti did in Indiana. There's no reason you should not be able to do that at Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Evan hit the nail on the head earlier, and you can listen back on the ESPN Wisconsin app, that with this team, you're really looking for the opportunity to compete for Big Ten titles and then maybe a Rose Bowl. And then if the residue rubs off and you can get yourself to a playoff, great. Brewers Radio Network replay of Just a Bit Outside. The story of the 1982 Milwaukee Brewers comes on at 7 o'clock, but the Kelly Sheffield Show comes up at 6 to 6:30 right here on ESPN Madison. This has been Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. We'll be back at it tomorrow.
I wasn't sure if college was right for me. I worried that it would be too stressful or rigid, but I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, the atmosphere is relaxed, and the instructors are friendly and collaborative. It's such a cohesive environment. My advice to others, take a deep breath and go for it. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
All right, grab some buds and listen up. Grilling season's here. Now we find out what we're made of. Are we gonna fold under pressure and overcook the burgers? Or are we gonna nail the carne asada and the brisket and pack the coolers with ice-cold Budweiser and Bud Light? Because that's the difference between winning and losing, between flipping burgers and grilling like a pro.
This summer, grill like a pro with Bud and Bud Light. Stock up today. Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, and Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
My name is Rob, and I was seriously injured. When I think of Gruber Law Offices, I think of an honest, hard-working team who will fight to represent you. Couldn't be happier with the call that I made that day.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Monte Ball.
Monte steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Sports Center updates on 100.5 ESPN are brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison. Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or visit metrokiaofmadison.com. North and South Seafood and Smokehouse presents The Kelly Sheffield Show on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Alongside Wisconsin Badgers volleyball head coach Kelly Sheffield, here's John Audie.